Well, I woke up late today. I didn't get here till about 9:30. I had a window fan in my room. My phone was in the kitchen. I didn't hear the alarm. And my wife's in Peru right now. So I was late. I blew it. I missed the delivery from Greenway Fence and Rail, but Ray's the man. He just dropped it off. Only called me once. He wasn't too concerned. So we got all the decking here. All the guys were here on time. They didn't miss a beat. They probably were better off anyway. So we got the decking going in, just past our framing inspection. This Fibron is looking really sweet already. It's the first time using it. I'm really excited, so stay tuned. All right, guys, group meeting. We got a lot to do today.
Before we start, do you think we could get a quick roll call?
Sure.
Make sure everybody's here.
Sure.
All right, Sean.
Present.
Josh.
Here.
And Pat, I'm also present, so we can continue with our meeting.
Okay. All right. Well, we got all these deck boards here. Greenway dropped them off this morning, even though I was at home asleep. Let's go. Team on three. 1, 2, 3. Team.
Girl. Go girl. Oh, what are you doing?
I got a question yesterday on the video. This goes out to John Hilliard, loyal friend of the vlog. He was wondering how we do the borders and have nailers for the intersecting boards. So this board's going right down the center. We call that a breaker board so that we don't have any butt seams in the deck. We don't want any butt seams, no butt seams. So we have this laid down here, and then in between these two joists, we laid a 2x4 flat. That's why we have the flashing tape on here, so that it's not gonna decay from laying flat and water sitting on it. So this goes here, and then our field boards on this side will run into this. They'll land here where we have nailing space, and then same thing here. We put this joist right next to the breaker board, and then we can have our field boards on this side die right into it. So that's how we do the breaker boards, and make sure that you have nailing spaces for all of your boards. So you may be wondering how you cut through this without cutting the flashing tape. And I know I explained this before, but I'm gonna show you how I do it. I just made a little test cut. Almost there, but not quite deep enough. So I made it just a tiny bit deeper. And let's see how that is. Oh, that's it right there. Now you see on here what was left over? That's how close it's getting. Look at that. That's like, can you see that? Pat, can you see it?
Nope.
No, I mean, you're supposed to.
Yep.
See that little fringe? That's all that was holding this on. So you want to mess around with it. Cut it beyond your line. Don't start cutting your line. Mess around with it a little bit. But now I got it. That's perfect. It's not going to cut through the flashing tape. We'll be able to snap these off, and we'll be golden. Now that I got the depth figured out, I'm gonna cut this. A lot of guys use track saws. It's the only track saw I need right here, baby. Another little tip for you. When trying to cut something straight with a circular saw, a lot of people want to look at the blade and where that's going. That's gonna make it a lot harder to keep a straight cut. So what you want to do is look at this right here and follow that. You want to be looking in front of where the saw is going, not looking at the blade, because it's a lot easier to get off of that line. So look at this and make sure you're following that line, and should be good. Steady arm, steady mind, steady cut. Ah, jeez! Oh God! What's going on, Pat? How you doing?
Very good. Everybody's up.
Pretty good. What we're working on here is we're putting these lights in. These lights are actually for undercap lights for hardscape walls, but they're going to be really cool for our deck steps here, and they have a nice replaceable fixture here. So it's going to provide a nice wide beam of light, and it's going to illuminate it really well, and it's really nice that these are replaceable. So this is our first time using them. I think it's going to turn out dynamite, and I'll show you how we're installing them. Hey Pat, just wanted to show you how we're doing these lights. These lights have a cord that comes off of them, and it's not like a typical riser light where it just goes straight in through a hole. I actually like the idea of this better, having the light up higher. It has more room to fan out before it hits the step, so I think this is kind of cool. So all you have to do, we made a little channel for the wire, stick it underneath the deck. It's already coming out here. Pull it out like that, and then we'll just make sure that it's tucked in here. Bada bing, bada boom. Just like that. This gets screwed in. Let me show you how to do that. Let's see if I can do this by myself here. Everybody's very busy right now. Oh. There you go. Screw that in nice and tight so it doesn't mess up our rim board. There we go. Just like that. This light's ready to go. We'll put our rim board across here. It's going to cover up the top of this because we have an overhang on that border. And get the rest of these installed and hook them up. That wasn't fun at all. We just about got the deck finished. It's 90% ready to go, but we got one more railing section to put up, a couple more details, then that'll be wrapped up, and we can start digging out for this Techo block patio, which is gonna be sick. We got a crazy inlay going in there, so next week, gonna be some really cool vlogs. I'm also gonna do a tutorial on how to install an open graded base for a patio, so stay tuned for that. Hit subscribe. Have a great weekend. Happy Memorial Day.